everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, December 17th. Now we have two meetings to tell you about today. We have the 9:30 a.m. one is called the United Architectural Controls and Standards Committee meeting. And then this afternoon at 1:30, we have the United Governing Documents Review. And those both can be watched on lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now on our show today, we have investigator David Weiss, who is here from the Orange County Sheriff's Department. He has some great advice about online scams, so you want to take a look at that because many of us are spending so much time right now shopping, looking up information, and just spending a lot of time on our computers. All right, and then we have 7-Day Dental, who are here to tell you that you don't want to forget that your teeth are very important right now, just like everything else about your body, but you need to take care of your teeth and make sure you use your end-of-year insurance for your dental needs. All right, let's go ahead and go to our resources that we normally do for COVID-19. We have covid19.ca.gov where you can get all of the governor's information, ochealthinfo.com where you can get all of COVID numbers, and you can call our hotline at 714-834-2000, or you could go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, or you could email us for any additional information at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Well, the weather's looking quite nice. Today we're actually looking at sunny skies as soon as our clouds dissipate. This is not fog, these are just some high clouds, and it looks like it's already dissipating pretty quickly. And we're looking at 67-49 today, tomorrow mostly sunny, 69-47, and our weekend is looking lovely, sunshine and sunny with highs in the low 70s. And then Monday, we're still looking at some good sun, 69-50. Our sunrise this morning was 6:50, and our sunset will be at 4:45. And Patricia Bell, thank you so much. What a beautiful fireplace display of lots of Christmas spirit. So we appreciate you sending that in. And if you have a lovely Christmas display or a holiday ensemble that you would like to show us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have the Orange County Sheriff's Department, so stay tuned.
This is Dr. Trin from Irvine Clinical Research. I hope that during this pandemic that you're doing well and keeping safe. During these times, I want to let you know that we're still offering memory testing at no cost through Healthy Brain Consultations. If you or your loved ones have concerns with memory loss, you don't need to leave your home to chat with me. We're offering these consultations online. Call us at 753-1663 to schedule your Healthy Brain Consultation video chat. Thank you so much and take care.
Welcome back. Well, today I have investigator David Weiss with us, who's with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. And right now is a high time for scams online. And so I thought I would have David here to talk to us a little bit about some of those scams. Well, David, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So as I mentioned in the intro, we've got scams out there and a lot of them are done through email and a variety of other ways. So can you kind of walk us through some of the various scams that we should be on the lookout for? And starting with, something that is kind of tied to our heart, more of on our emotion side of things.
Absolutely. I could say if I could drive one point home, and I'll say this at the beginning and at the end as well, don't trust, always verify. Scams always operate on this need to change people's rational decision-making and prey on people's emotions. This can come on a variety of forms, relationships that are developed distance over the internet, the idea that there's a sense of urgency involved, like you need to act now or this deal is going to be gone forever kind of thing, or even a sense of compassion or care for someone that may be appearing to be in need.
Okay. Now, would this be done more on an email basis or over the phone?
We're seeing a trend less on phone type scams. A lot of these now are digital just because it's easier and they can target more people more quickly. So I would definitely be wary of emails from people that are either unknown or even times from people that you do know And I would say the best way to combat that is to just pick up the phone and contact that person directly rather than being quick to hit that reply button.
Yes, well, many times we do hit that reply button, or there's a link of some kind, and then that isn't necessarily a scam, but could be malware.
Absolutely. There are a couple of things you can do to check and to increase your security. One of the things you want to do is look at some peer-reviewed sources. So the old adage of if it seems too good to be true, it generally is still rings true here. Fortunately, because of the internet, we also have resources in the form of Google reviews, we have Yelp reviews, we have Better Business Bureau reviews. And even if that doesn't necessarily appear in any of those searches, something you can do is even just type the scenario into the Google search bar. And if it's a scam, it's likely that somebody else has also encountered a similar circumstance, and you'll be able to read people describe that online. One other thing that I would like to point out too is that legitimate websites nowadays use a secure form of addressing. So traditionally there was the http:// and then www.fieldnocompany.com. Now there's a secure form, so it's the HTTPS. And what that does is it encrypts traffic between your computer and the company, and it also establishes a form of legitimacy because not everybody can apply for this kind of certificate.
So would major corporations have the HTTPS, especially if you're buying things?
Absolutely. I would say that's a gold standard.
Okay. All right, great. So if we, let's say we signed up for something somewhere down the line and we get this email that is kind of alluding to that, but we don't really remember that we signed up for it. What are some of the red flags that you would see in some of those emails that we should be aware of?
Believe it or not, a lot of them are characterized by misspellings, poor grammar. A lot of these originate overseas. And I actually read somewhere once that they use that almost as a screening technique because they don't want the people that are razor sharp focused on the email to reply, right? They want the folks that are going to quickly glance over and kind of or in a hurry and think that, oh, this is a great idea at the time, and they'll just click on it. Something very easy to do to also protect yourself is when you're making payments, try to use a credit card. Mm-hmm. The reason being is that you're essentially borrowing somebody else's money, and a lot of credit cards come with a fraud protection associated with it, which is different than paying out of your own bank account, which is your money. Right.
Wow. So let's also talk about some of the other scams that we have, like fake check scams, what does that mean?
Absolutely. A very common type of scam that we see here in Orange County is a overpayment scam. A lot of these originate on Craigslist or eBay or some of these other service-oriented type sites where somebody creates an account and will either make us a payment or offer some kind of service, and they receive a check for a significantly more than the amount that was offered. And the scam goes like this. You deposit the check, and then I send you an email and say, hey, don't worry about it. Just pay me the excess, and we'll call it even. The problem is because it takes some time for the bank to reconcile the check and all the money. The person will walk away with the money having written a fraudulent check. In order to protect yourself on this, something very easily that you can do is, again, just don't give into that sense of urgency. If you deposit the check and you feel like it's a legitimate check, just wait the amount of days that it takes to clear. And after the check clears in the bank and after everything's said and done, then move forward from there. Or if there's any question, just call law enforcement, or even just don't deposit the check altogether and just return the check.
Oh, okay, good. And then how about, gosh, you've won a prize, or, and that secret shopper one actually threw me when I saw that on your slide. I went, wait a minute, I thought that was real.
Yeah. So as a general rule, you should never have to pay to win the lottery, aside from buying your initial ticket. That's another thing that we see are these scams where you have to pay in order to win something, or the IRS is calling and they want you to pay in the form of gift cards, or, surprise, you have a warrant and the sheriff's department wants you to buy Apple iTunes gift cards. The government doesn't want gift cards, and the government will never communicate to you in that form. It's always going to be through official channels, through an actual legitimate process. If that ever does happen, I recommend immediately hanging up. Conduct your own research. All government agencies, prize entities, the lottery, their numbers are publicly available. Call them directly, and then inquire yourself as to if you're a winner, if you owe taxes, or anything along those lines.
Okay, and then let's talk about the secret shopper, because some of those do come over that seem very legitimate.
Absolutely. I would say in general, contact from anybody that you don't know that is encouraging you to make purchases on behalf of somebody else, or is part of any kind of chain of processes. It's probably prone for fraudulent type of activity, and you should be definitely cautious of it.
Okay. And then lastly, and I know you alluded to this earlier, was talking about how emotionally involved you can get with someone. And you said sometimes that can go on for weeks or months. Is this because they're trying to establish a trusting relationship and then also there's online dating scams too. So maybe you can kind of put those together.
Absolutely. A lot of scams do work based on trust. Keep in mind that a lot of scammers, this is their full-time job. They're after many people simultaneously, and if it takes them, 3, 4, even 10 months to effect a payment, they're going to put the time in to do that. I would say, in light of this, speak with your friends, your family, or even a trusted mentor, or best case scenario, speak with law enforcement, and just describe your situation and try to get other people's advice. Because one of the things that people work on is this kind of isolated mindset, this kind of sense of privacy, trust building, and guarantee as soon as you speak with your friend or confidant or mentor, they'll be able to let you know that it's probably a scam.
And then help me understand the Google social media search. We were talking a little bit offline. How does that work, and how can someone do that?
Google has a tool called a reverse image search. Investigators use this tool. It's an open source tool that's also available to the public. Essentially what it does is, rather than typing text into the search bar, you can upload an image. And then Google will use its computer algorithms to search the internet for similar types of pictures. Okay. I've found a lot of times with these relationship scams, or just scams in general that have photos associated with them, when you upload them into Google image search, they're linked to multiple profiles. And that's always going to be a red flag.
Wow. Thank goodness we have something like that, especially if, with the world of social media and the online dating as well. I mean, many of our residents are doing that as well. And so you have to be really careful. So in closing, what are some thoughts?
Some thoughts, again, circling all the way back to the beginning, don't always trust, always verify. Just know that law enforcement's always available. If you ever wanted to schedule an in-person town hall meeting, that's something that we could arrange. And feel free to reach out to other people as needed. If you think that you're a victim of a scam, most likely you probably are, and just take very basic steps to protect yourself and use this as kind of a mentality moving forward.
And what would be the number that they would dial directly? It wouldn't be the main line. Is there a separate line for them?
If they wanted to, are you talking about if they wanted to schedule a meeting?
No, because, the town hall meetings we probably aren't doing right now because of the whole COVID thing. However, sure. If somebody does think that they have a scam they're dealing with, who do they call? So that's kind of the number I'm looking for. Oh,
sure. The Sheriff's Department has a non-emergency dispatch line. That phone number is 714-647-7000. And then if you follow the directory prompts, I think it's options 1, 9, and then 1 to speak to a dispatcher. You can have somebody come out and speak with you.
Okay. Now, do they have to physically meet with you, or can they talk to you over the phone?
No, if they did want to meet over the phone, that's also an option too. They would probably initially set up a request, and that would get routed to our fraud division where you get to a callback.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. Thanks.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking with Dr. Christine Chung of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is bad breath. Doctor, what do we need to know about bad breath? Mom.
Oh, sorry. Bad breath is caused by poor oral hygiene, which eventually leads to dental, gum disease, and decay. It's an easy fix.
Thank you, doctor. So don't wait, people. Come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Lee and Dr. Chung, who are here on behalf of 7-Day Dental. Now, obviously, we have been through COVID now for the last 7 or 8 months, and we've had you guys on before, and we've talked about it. But now, as we approach a new wave of COVID cases, what are you guys experiencing in the office, or what do you want to let people know about what's going on?
Well, hi, Lisa. Thank you for having us back again.
You're welcome.
I'm Dr. Christine Chung, and I think I wanted to remind that oftentimes people don't comprehend how teeth are important because they attach to our body, to our bone, to our head. So it's very important and essential to take care of your teeth, just like any other organs in our body. And so we are dental practices very uniquely prepared, very well prepared, many years ago to provide universal precautions and high level of disinfection and care to our patients. So by all means, it's a safe place to come. And I would recommend patients to still come in for your regular checkup and dental care because many dental diseases are preventable. Mm-hmm. And if detected early, it is inexpensively treated. So that's my thoughts.
Right. And Dr. Lee, what are some of the things that you guys are doing in the office to make sure, I mean, I know you talked about before you're following the CDC guidelines. What do you want to let the public know about some of the things that you're doing in the office?
So we feel as office that it's very important to have our patient feel safe, and we are doing everything we can to protect our patients and our staff. So every patient that comes in, we ask that they wear a mask. We ask that they use hand sanitizer that's located throughout the office prior to reading with us. And all patients will get their temperature checked. Then any patient that enter to have any dental treatment will have a pre-procedural rinse prior to any dental treatment. And each of our operatory has a HEPA air purifying unit. Mm-hmm. As well. Every day, at least once a day, we are fogging and disinfecting the whole office, front, treatment room, and back. And these are the minimum steps that we are doing. And I think this has helped us where we are curbing and helping to fight the pandemic. Yeah. And we're doing this throughout all 4 of our offices, and knock on wood, we've been very successful.
Well, that's interesting. You know, I haven't heard some of the things that you just mentioned. The HEPA filters, that's a great idea. Regardless of, for the flu as well as coronavirus. So that's a really great feature. So that's really nice to know. Now, as you mentioned, Dr. Chung, people do put things off, and it's really important for them to pay attention no matter what. I mean, it could be going to the doctor, going to the dentist, whatever the case might be. And we're coming to the end of the year. Yes. So by them putting off their free treatments that they're probably getting, cleanings or whatever the case might be. We're coming to the end of the year. So what do you think they should do?
Yes, so I know holidays are coming, and make sure that you maximize your insurance benefit. Please do come in should you need to have any dental work that you have deferred for the last few months. Take advantage of that. Also have a bright smile, clean, healthy smile for the holidays. We are here. We are essential business, so we're not going to be closed down. We will be here. We will be open throughout. If not one office, the other office will still be available to cater to serve you. Okay. So I couldn't stress enough the importance of taking care of your teeth, even if just a regular cleaning, or maintain your dental health through regular cleaning and checkup for any early stage of periodontal disease or dental cavities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Now let's say it goes even further than maybe just a crown or a filling or something like that, or cleaning, but you actually are missing teeth. What are some things that people can do regarding that?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Lisa. So we do have other doctors to come in and replace teeth with implants. That's one of the alternative to missing teeth, should you not choose to wear dentures, where they're very how should I say, inconvenient and not as natural looking. So oftentimes people look for other options to have a natural smile. Then we do implant. We can restore a single implant or as many as full mouth of implants. Call us. We will get you for a free consultation and 7-day dental.
All right, excellent. And Dr. Lee, when you do have that, she mentioned that there's people who specialize in this type of work. What is involved? Just quickly, what's involved, and then does insurance pay for any of that?
Very good question. So I want to just add, dental insurance is not like medical insurance. And if you don't use some benefit this year, you cannot tag it on to next year. It's either use it or lose it. So I always recommend patients to come in and we'll phase out the treatment. For example, if you need $2,000 worth of treatment and your insurance will only pay $1,000, if we do it this year $1,000, then next year $1,000, we're done. Wow. But if the patient comes in after January 1st, they will only have $1,000. Right. And so we always try to do that to help the patient. And the second question you asked is, so in our office, the cool thing about our office, we have many specialists as well as subspecialists. And so specialists, that's all they do in each field. But subspecialists is where we have doctors that enjoy to do that procedure. So that doctor is doing that day in and day out more than other procedures. So that's why a lot of our patients are very happy because they're getting the top care by dentists that enjoy doing that procedure.
Okay. That's great. And yet, like you mentioned, specialize in that particular thing and subspecialties. That's great. You have a lot of variety, which I actually did not know. So I'm very happy to hear that you have lots of different things going on in your office. Now, cosmetic treatments, is this like a veneer? Is that what you're referring to?
Well, we do veneers. We have so many options. That's the great thing about our office is we don't just tell patient one way or the highway. We give, there's many options. There are snap-on smiles for patients that can't afford veneer but want something nice that they can put on. So and it's incredible. So we have different options for patients that want to spruce up their smile. We have the in-office whitening. We do the take-home whitening. They can do the snap-on smile. They can do veneers. they can do one day, how would we call it? Sculpted veneers, where we build it onto their teeth.
Okay.
So again, we try to make it fit the patient's budget
Okay.
and the cost.
Okay.
So
Well, those are some great options. And in fact, I think next time we talk, I think you guys need to show me some examples of those.
sure.
Yeah, maybe
A
I can show you
snap-on,
examples.
snap-on smile, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I would love for you guys to show me that. So that would be awesome. Anything else at this time before we talk again in a few weeks?
Yes. So our office is the best thing about our office that I think that differentiate us from others is, first, for any patient that are having any discomfort or pain, we are available 7 days a week. And one of our offices is open 365 days a year,
Wow.
because pain comes, when it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
And we just want to make sure that we're going to we will take care of the patient.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
365 days.
Thank you both. I really appreciate you taking the time.
All right.
Thank you so much for having us. We'll see you back in a few weeks.
All right. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this. We just have a few minutes, so we'll go ahead and tell you a couple of things. Tonight is the Nutcracker Presentation, and that is brought to you by the Pacific Ballet Theater and Anne Marie McClellan, and that will be at 6 p.m. tonight. And then one other thing that we'll tell you about is Monday, we are going to have what's called the Great Grand Conjunction, and that'll be when Saturn and Jupiter look as though they're super close together, which is going to make one big bright star. So we'll tell you more about that tomorrow and the next day to remind you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. It is looking very nice. I mean, the clouds have already cleared up and it's very pretty outside, and we're looking at 67-49, 69-47, and 70-48, and 72-50, and then by Monday, 69-50. So there's really not that much to report on the weather, but nonetheless, we thought we'd tell you how lovely it's going to be. Have a great day in the village. We'll be right back here again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Otherwise, have a lovely Thursday, and stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest will buy your gold, diamonds, fine watches, coins, and sterling serviceware, regardless of condition. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. Visit us in person or shop online from the comfort of home.
Silver and gold. Consider it sold.
at the Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
Tip. Toss. Take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.